What? Star Wars and Marvel comic sales drop? Confirmed by Disney? Oh, when I saw this, I got very excited to know what we've been saying forever, that the comic sales are down, despite them having to release tons and tons of variant covers and pushing their agendas all over the books, thinking that that's going to make their sales get better somehow. And they're doubling down on that, by the way. Yet, comics are fine. Comics are doing great. We don't have any problems. But now, the confirmation is there. For the past year, comic pros, right? And if you're new to all of this, have been nasty. They've been doxing people. They've been calling publishers for people that are releasing independent books, going crazy on them, threatening them. There was Alternate Comics, which is a smaller comic publishing company. They release $1.50 comics. They're friendly with everybody, including people in CG. Doesn't mean that they support a lot of the stuff. However, they like money. They get attacked almost to the point where the guy who runs that company almost contemplating ending it. They sit there all day and they crap on fans. They block fans. They just sit there and treat everybody like garbage. And then we get confirmation of what we all said. Sales are down.
My old friend, do you know the Klingon proverb that tells us revenge is a dish that is best served cold?
And it's not just Marvel. Star Wars is down as well. Well, maybe that's because you took a boys franchise and shoehorned a Mary Sue in. Why is the sales down? Oh, look at this. The retail merchandising is down. Maybe that's because little boys don't want to play with Rose Ticos. They don't want to play with Rays. They don't want to play with the chick from Rogue One. They want to play with Luke Skywalker. They want to play with Han Solo. They don't want to play with your stupid Mary Sues. And look at this. Backfiring. Oh, and it just gets better and better. We go down here, the Marvel properties are down big time. And they say, what are the reasons for the course correction? Why might this get better? Well, Axel Alonso was let go. Doesn't matter. C.B. Cebulski is basically a nice guy version of him. Under Cebulski, they replaced the original character. They brought the original characters back? Yeah. They've also brought them back in pretty much cucked form. So that's not really helping anything. C.B. Cebulski here is noted to be the savior for them. One bright side, they did let Brian Michael Bendis go. He's over at DC now ruining things. This is the only thing on here that's a good note. But they noted here for the comic book news that, they have a social media policy. No, they don't. Apparently the Star Wars stuff does. That's why I think Chuck Wendig got let go. However, if you look at people like Tamara Bonvillain and all of them running around telling fans to suck it, I don't think there's much of a social media policy there. But it keeps on going. Marvel TV, we can let that go because, well, the shows haven't been that great other than Daredevil. And they're canceling them, I think, to move over to their Disney streaming service. So I'm giving this one a pass, other than some of the garbage shows they put out like Cloak and Dagger and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Gaming, this is a good spot because of Spider-Man. Now, the gaming stuff is going to be good. That's always going to be up. I got a video I'm planning on doing for this, and it's going to be a good one. Marvel Studios is also a little bit down, I guess, which is weird considering Black Panther and Avengers were massive hits. I don't know about the Wasp, but the big down from them is Star Wars and Marvel Comics. Those have revenue drops big time. And this shouldn't surprise anybody. I'm sure somebody like Tug will do a really good comprehensive video on the numbers. That's not what I'm doing here. I just want to point out that sales are down as a whole. the publishing side of things, they note their publishing side, their books and their comics. That's pretty much all they publish. And they're all down. And I love it. You know, Marvel Comics, particularly Star Wars, you know, I think they'll end up rebooting the entire universe eventually because they're going to realize that they can't do anything without Luke, without Han and them. And I think they'll eventually recast and they'll remake the original trilogy. Probably the original 6, to be honest. I think that's down the line, and I think that is going to happen. Marvel Comics, though, is a different thing. Disney doesn't really need them, right? They don't need Marvel Comics. And this further kind of cements my theory that they're going to disband Marvel Comics and just license. Because Disney licensed things like crazy. I think IDW has proven to be kind of reliable. I think they'll just loan them out, pay off some debts or something with them, move them closer like Zach was saying, and just be rid of this cancer that is Marvel Comics. They're so infested with these ideologues that I don't think there's any saving Marvel Comics as it is. And I think for the comic industry to truly get better, it kind of needs to go down and rise again like a phoenix, because cockroach infestations are hard to get rid of. And when you have them crawling all over the offices of Marvel like that, particularly big names like Tom Brevoort and Joe Quesada that are still around, right? Sitting there paying people like Renfamous to, you know, opposition troll all over Twitter, I don't think you're going to see anything get better. And until they all go, nothing's going to change, right? All of them need to go. You need to completely clean house there. And for that to happen, Marvel Comics has got to die. I don't think that it's going to die completely. Like I said, they'll rebuild. And they'll rebuild into something better. But I was truly kind of happy to see this. And it's a good thing and a bad thing. But, you know, what are we going to do? Star Wars is a similar thing. I think the long-term fix for that, like I said, is they're going to remake the original movies. Now, you know, some people say, and I agree with them, you can't remake those. They're classics. But I think, you know, you could redo them, do them a little differently, right? Make something new out of it. I think it would be cool if you could find somebody that could like capture the magic of Luke Skywalker like Mark Hamill did, and you retell those movies with today's special effects, and if it's done right, you know, maybe it'll be good. And then we could finally get like long adventures of Luke like tearing down Star Destroyers and stuff. But this is all tainted because of Rian Johnson. All tainted. Either redo the original movies or recast and remake episodes 7 and 8 and 9 with the original cast recasted. If that makes sense. But yeah, let me know what you think about all of this. Are you excited for a rebirth of Marvel? What do you think the phoenix that rises up from the ashes will be capable of? I think it'll be a great day when we get our old stories running again and characters back to the way they used to be. Strong, confident, masculine, women being feminine. You know, stories that have been told for thousands of years. The stories that people like. Anyway, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Check out the links in the description. Leave a comment. And I'll see all of you on the next one.
Look here! Look, listen! I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
I really enjoyed making this video. This is the bonus section. And it was more of a rant than anything. But man, it's been a long time coming. I really enjoyed it because they've been sitting there all year trying their damnedest to ruin people, to destroy things, and now the cold hard truth comes out, right? And what are they going to do about it? There's nothing they can do. Eventually, they're going to all pretty much be out of work because without mainstream comics, what can they do, you know? Well, I guess that's why they're pushing for all that socialism that they want, huh?